Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back again. I'm Aditya Khabar Zaman. I'm from English study program Politeknik of Jember. And in this video, I'd like to review 3 videos of my friends related about their final project, translation as their final project product. The first video is from Miss Karina, and then the second is from Miss Widya, and then the last is from Mr. Wisnu. As usual, I already put the link in the description, so you can check the video by yourself. Well then, let's start the review from Miss Karina's videos. Everyone, Miss Karina explains about the definition of translation, the types of translation, and also the process of translation. Alright, let's start with the definition of translation. According to Khabar 1965, translation is process of rendering a text of source language into text into target language, which focus on finding or searching the equivalency in the target language. And then she add more expert definition from Newmark 1988. Translation is process of rendering the meaning of a text into another language and according the purpose of author in writing the book that will be translated. And then the second is the type of translation. Miss Karina put the Newmark and Nasrum and Putri Octaviana 2016 definition. There are 8 types of translation. The first is word for word translation. Second is a literal translation, and then the third is faithful translation. The next is semantic translation, adaptation translation, free translation, idiomatic translation, and the last is communicative translation. And the last is translation process, according to Gates 1981 in Widya Martaya in 1989. There are 7 steps process in translation, but Miss Karina only explained 6 steps. I think that she may forgot to explain point number 4. So after she explained point number 3, she jumped into point number 5. There we go, there is 6 steps. The first is tuning. So the writer tried to find a certain language style of original text, and the second is analysis. In this process, the writer analyzed the text from each sentence from original text. And then the next is understanding. The writer tried to understand the content by formulating the sentence into more detailed meaning. And then the 4 is restructuring. The writer will collect all of the material from the previous 4 steps and arrange them based on the meaning and language style of the source language. And then the 5th is checking. The writer will check the result and translation and revise the mistake of sentences. And the 6th is discussion. The writer will discuss and mix more discussion with the supervisor and lecturer who own the book that will be translated. Well, I think that's all from Miss Karina's explanation. I think Miss Karina's performance is very well. She explained very complete information with a very clear pronunciation with medium tempo. So I think the audience can catch the information and understand the content that she delivered easily. But it's much better for Miss Karina if she put some text or notes in the video, so that will be help the audience can catch the information and understand the content easily. But overall, it's very good video. Good job, Miss Karin. Thank you very much. Okay, everyone, let's move into the next video. And the next video is from Miss Widya. The duration of Miss Widya's video is about 4 minutes and 6 seconds, and the quality of video is good, and the audio is also clear, so I can listening what her saying very well and understandable. Everyone, Miss Widya is explained about some process and procedure that she used in her final project. Okay, let's start with the process of translation. She cited from Budianto and Frodani explanation 2012 about translation process. Translation process is procedure or step used to modify the meaning of text in one language to another language. There are 4 processes of translation proposed by them. The first is begin translation text, and then the second is analyzing text into several parts, and then the third is looking for equality in target language, and arranging it in a suitable structural pattern in target language. And then the last is rereading the entire target language for the new text. Then the second, she explained about the procedure of translation. She explained that there are two procedures in translation according to Vinay and Durbalnet 1995. The first is direct translation, which means the activity of translation a source text into target text without conveying the whole original meaning. And direct translation consists of three procedures. They are borrowing, calque, and then the last is literal translation. And then the second is oblique translation. Oblique translation should be used when direct translation is not possible. So when the text cannot be directly translated without semantic or lexical change in the target language. Obligation translation consists of four procedures. They are transposition, modulation, equivalence, and the last is adaptation. And that's all the explanation from Miss Vidya's videos. Well everyone, I actually really enjoy Miss Vidya's explanation because she explained with the complete information, with very clear pronunciation and with medium tempo. And she also put some relaxing background music in the video, so it's quite interesting for me to listen. So I think the audience will be really enjoy and also understand about the contents clearly. Alright everyone, and then the last is from Mr. Vishnu. The video duration from Mr. Vishnu is about 5 minutes and 32 seconds, and the quality video is good. Mr. Vishnu put some presentation template in the video that support his explanation. That is very good point. And the audio is also clear. I can listening the information that he delivered clearly. Everyone, in the Mr. Vishnu's video, he explained about the definition of translation, the process of translation, and also the method of translation that he used in conducting his final project entitled Translating an ebook entitled Object-Oriented Programming Using Java by Simon Kendall on Chapter 7, 8, and 9 for Informatic Management Study Program. Okay, the first is the definition of translation. He cheated from the definition about translation from two experts. The first is from Newmark 1988. According to Newmark 1988, translation is an attempt to convey the message contained in the source text into target text in accordance with what was intended by the original author. And then the next definition is from Khabar 1978. According to Khabar 1978, translation is a process of transferring the textual material of the source language to the target language by paying attention to the equivalence of those two languages. And he also concludes this definition. He stated that translation is an activity of transferring textual material of the source language into the target language to its equivalency. And then the next, he also explained about the process of translation. He used the process of translation that proposed by Newmark 1988. There are three processes of translation according to Newmark. The first is reading, the second is translating, and the third is revision. And then the last explanation about method of translation that he used, proposed by Vinay and Durbalnet 1995. It's same method with the previous video from Miss Vidya. So there are two strategies in translation. The first is direct translation. Direct translation is applied when the source language message can be transferred into the target language. And direct translation consists of three procedures. They are borrowing, and then the second is literal, and then the last is calque. And the second is oblique translation. Oblique translation is a translation method used to convey the message from the source language that cannot be directly translated into target language. Obligation translation consists of four procedures. They are transposition, modulation, equivalence, and the last is adaptation. Well, I think that's all from Mr. Wisnu explanation. I think Mr. Wisnu delivering the information and the content very well and understandable. His pronunciation is also very clear with pretty fast tempo. But the good point is he already put the presentation template and text into his video to support his explanation, and that is very help the audience to catch the information and understand about the message that he delivered. Well everyone, I think that's all my review about 3 videos of my friends. I hope that you can understand and can get the information that I delivered to all of you. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.